All right, here we are with part C. Again, still seeing the double angle formula over here. So I'm going to start with this side, try to make it look like the double angle formula. We don't have a double angle formula for secant, but I hope you all know that secant is 1 over cosines. I'm essentially looking for the cosine double angle formula in the denominator. So start on the right. Secant squared theta over 2 minus secant squared theta. Now I'm going to get out of secants and get into cosines and sines because I'm more familiar with cosines and sines. So secant squared is the reciprocal of cosine, so that's 1 over cosine squared. And similarly, this down here is 2 minus 1 over cosine squared theta. Now at this point, we've got a couple of options. One would be to get a common denominator here and flip and multiply. I'm going to use a slightly different trick. I'm going to take this fraction, this big thing over this big thing, and I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by cosine squared over 1. Now the reason I'm doing that is that I'm essentially trying to clear out the fractions within the fractions. So I don't have fractions over fractions, I simply have something a little bit simpler on the top, a little bit simpler on the bottom. On the top it's pretty simple, 1 over something times the reciprocal just cancels out, I just get 1 on the top. In the denominator, I have to take this cosine squared and it has to distribute. It's going to multiply by that 2, and it's also going to multiply by that 1 over cosine squared. So 2 times cosine squared, well that's 2 cosine squared, pretty easy, 2 times that, minus, now when I take this and I multiply it by the reciprocal, 1 over cosine squared times cosine squared over 1, the cosine squareds cancel out, and I'm left with that. Now if you go and you look at your double angle formulas for cosine, you will see that there are 3 versions of cosine double angle formula. Cosine squared minus sine squared, and then there's this one, 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. So this is the double angle formula. One of your versions of the double angle formula for cosine. It is 1 over the cosine of 2 theta, which of course therefore is the secant of 2 theta.